Hi, everyone. And yes, welcome back. I'm Mindy Indy, as you know, and welcome to another public post. And, every so often you need to reevaluate how you're working on your projects. Like, I think at the beginning of the year, I had evaluated, I planned out all the time for the timelines. And okay, that was good. But then, of course, it takes longer than you think it will sometimes. And now, only now, at the beginning of May did I finally get all the layouts done. And that took a lot longer than I thought. But you know what? It's like any progress is good progress. That's okay. It's good to have progress. But then it's like you I just realized that I needed to realistically reevaluate how can I more effectively work on Airhead in order to get issue number one done, and especially before, or not before, but at least do the Kickstarter at SPX, because I realized oh yeah, maybe I'll be able to have issue number one out at SPX, but I got an email saying that SPX is one of the no, opposite. Kickstarter is a sponsor of SPX, not the other way around. And so everyone that launches a Kickstarter in September, when SPX is going to get special help and stuff. And I mean, it is a really good time to plan to launch a Kickstarter for a large convention like that. So I think that, if I started there and worked backwards, this is what I came up with. Okay, so I need to have at least all the drawings and all the inkings and possibly a 5-page kind of preview comic done before SPX, before the Kickstarter. And then I can hire a flatter, a colorist from the Kickstarter money. And so basically gonna switch some hours in my work schedule around. Long story short, I have about 200 hours that I can work with to do the drawing and inking. So that's and I'm still doing it by hand. Excuse me. Traditionally, because I just think it looks better. But so anyway, that means 100 hours of drawing, 100 hours per inking. So that means 2 hours per drawing. And so that means that on the days that I work on Airhead for 4 hours at a time, I'll have to do 2 pages of the drawing. And then on the days that I can only work on it for 2 hours at a time, which is most days, then I can, I'll do 1 page a day for the drawing. And so even that is a pretty tight deadline, especially considering how I've been, working on it in the past. However, I realized with the layouts, even though I had already done some storyboards, I was reevaluating how I wanted it to look. But I mean, and maybe I'll do a little bit of that in the final drawing now, but it wasn't as straightforward as I thought that it would be. But hopefully the drawings will be more straightforward, and then the inking certainly will even be more straightforward. And so hopefully that'll go pretty fast, except for the pages where I have heavy inking, which is heavy shadows and stuff, and the dream sequences and stuff towards the end. But that's where I'm at right now. So I mean, if you're working on your own comic project and you realize that you're not where you want to be, or it could be any project. It could be you're writing a song, or you're, whatever it is, and then I guess it's just self-realization. It's what's working, what's not working. And and then just like try to see what you can change, and just like try to always be in a state of flow, I guess, or constant flow. And if you realize that you haven't been in the flow, what can get you back in the flow? So that's yeah, that's where I'm at. So now I actually gotta work on this stuff. Okay, so thank you. Bye.